Hey folks, welcome back to Honey Money SG. Today let's talk about one app that I regularly talk about, and that is Revolut. Now when I talk about Revolut, I always talk about it giving you 20% cashback off your public transport rides on the bus and MRT in Singapore, right? But do you know that Revolut is more than that? So in this video, let us take a look at some of the other features that you could use on your Revolut app. But first, I will want to start on the public transport cashback, right? Because some of you are still confused about how this cashback works, and some of you may be wondering why are you not getting the intended 20% cashback that you should be getting. Okay, let's take a look at the terms and conditions here. The condition here is that you really need to deposit at least $100 in cash via bank transfer from your bank account to the Revolut account. So that is the only terms and conditions, right? Just depositing $100 from your bank to the Revolut account. But some people are quite confused about it because all they see in the terms and conditions is just to top up $100, right? Which they did using their credit card. But if you scroll down to the terms and conditions, you realize that if you use a credit card or debit card to top up $100 into Revolut account, you would only qualify for 2% cashback on your bus and MRT rides, which is why you won't qualify. Furthermore, even if you use a bank account to top up, but if you top up less than $100, then you will drop back to the 2% cashback tier. So the only condition, use the bank transfer option to transfer cash from your bank account to Revolut account. It doesn't matter when is the time that you deposit it, as long as you do it within the month, right? So even if you did a credit card top up at the beginning of the month, as long as you did a bank transfer of $100 within the same month, you will qualify for the 20% public transportation cashback. And this cashback will be credited by the 10th workday of the following month. So assuming that you have taken your public transportation rides in April and you have qualified doing the $100 deposit via bank transfer, your cashback should appear in the May 10th workday. And there is a maximum of $10 cashback for this campaign. So that means the maximum of $50 spent will entitle you to cashback. Any public transportation spent above $50 won't get you any cashback. And right now this cashback has been extended till 30th June 2022. We are not sure whether it will extend again, but so far it has been extending since last year, right? So that's for the public transport cashback. Now let's move on to the next function, which is overseas cash withdrawal. Now with the pandemic situation easing down and countries are more open to travelers, I think this function will come in more handy because now you could use your Revolut app to actually withdraw cash from overseas ATMs. If you are using the free Revolut card plan, you could do up to $350 of overseas cash withdrawals in overseas ATMs for free. You know, right? If you go to overseas ATM and you try to withdraw cash, they will actually charge you like a foreign ATM fee if you're using like a DBS ATM card in like a foreign bank like Maybank. I mean, this is when you are traveling overseas and you cannot find any places that can actually give you cash or money changes. Then this function will come in quite handy, right? Because you could just use Revolut card to go and withdraw cash. Of course, there will be charges applied if you are withdrawing above the limit of $350 a month. So I had been using this function before the pandemic in 2019. I went to China, but not all banks were accepting the Revolut card withdrawal. The only bank that accepted it was the China Construction Bank, CCB. Other banks like BOC, ICBC, they didn't accept my Revolut card for cash withdrawal. So it really depends. Some banks will accept it, some banks won't. I think there's a data list online, you can search for it, because some countries they will list down which of the banks are eligible. Now for Malaysia, I can confirm that Maybank and CIMB can accept Revolut card withdrawals, and since the border has reopened, right, so many people are going for their Malaysia road trips or traveling to see their friends and family, then I think this cash withdrawal will come in really handy because you could withdraw cash from Maybank and CIMB, then you don't have to bring so much cash anymore. Okay, the next function is for overseas remittance. So this is more for people who have family abroad in other countries that you don't stay with your family members. Maybe you need to actually remit money back home, or if you have a domestic helper at home and then your helper wants to send money back to her family, right? Now she doesn't need to go to Lucky Plaza and then pay those exorbitant fees for overseas remittance. You can do it on her behalf. Or let's say if you have an overseas supplier and you want to save on some foreign currency exchange fees, then you could actually use Revolut to go and do some overseas remittance for free. But for the free Revolut plan, this limit is up to the first $5,000. I think above $5,000 is either they don't let you do it or you may have to pay extra fees on top of that. And the advantage of using Revolut is that they have quite a low spread, right? I think the FX spread is around 0.3%. So that means if the exchange rate of Singapore dollars to Malaysian ringgit is 3.1, you'll be able to use Revolut to transfer at 3.09. And the good thing about using Revolut is that you don't need to do the conversion yourself manually because Revolut will do it automatically for you when you have just key in your remittance details and confirm the transaction. It's not like you need to manually convert SGD to MYR first in your app, then use the MYR to do a remittance. It's all automatically done in one step. Unless you're speculating that the rates will go against your favor, right? Example, US dollars. If you think that US dollars is going to appreciate next time, then you want to convert more SGD to USD now to take advantage of the current exchange rate. But of course, that is just speculation because you won't know where is it going. Also, one more note is that don't transact on a weekend. That means from Saturday to Sunday, because Revolut will actually charge a bigger spread during the weekends to hedge against their FX positions, right? So just don't transact it on weekends. In fact, don't even use your Revolut card on the weekends for foreign currency transactions. So if you want to compare the overseas cash withdrawal versus the overseas remittance, I would say that if you have an overseas bank account, then it's better for you to just remit your money to your overseas bank account first. Then when you have reached that country, withdraw the cash out because the limit is much higher at $5,000, right? That is, of course, if you have a bank account there. And I think it's more applicable to those Malaysians who are working in Singapore. They probably already have a bank account in Malaysia, so they don't need to use the overseas cash withdrawal function. They just need to transfer the money to their Malaysian bank account, then just withdraw from their Malaysian bank account. So these are just some of the functions that you could do on your Revolut app. Recently, they even mentioned about investing in commodities like gold and silver on the Revolut app, but I haven't explored it yet because I'm not interested to invest in gold or silver. But I heard in Europe, they can use Revolut to invest in stocks or even cryptocurrency. So their app is way more advanced than ours in Singapore right now. And let's talk about the price plans that you could use on Revolut, right? So for starters, you most likely will get a free plan because we don't like to pay anything, right? But the free plan comes with limits, of course. Like I mentioned, the overseas cash withdrawal is limited to the first $350 withdrawal for free. And then above the $350, they will have to charge you a fee. And then for the FX currency exchange, is up to $5,000 per month, which is actually quite a lot, right? Unless you're doing like big business and you need to transact more than $5,000 a month. Otherwise, for retail investors or individuals like me, I don't think anyone would likely exceed $5,000 a month. But of course, if you do need higher limits, then you can go for their premium plan. It's $9.99 monthly, and then you will get free cash withdrawals up to 700 Singapore dollars a month. And then for your FX currency conversion, it will be bump up the limit to 15,000 Singapore dollars monthly. Also, some other benefits are like global travel insurance and also reduced exchange fees of 0.5% instead of 1.5% if you are investing in the commodities. There is also a launch key airport lounge benefit if you are interested in that, and also a smart delay benefit whereby if your flight has been delayed for more than 1 hour, you can enjoy the airport lounge for free. But if all these limits are not enough, then you can upgrade to a further plan called Metal Plan. That costs around $20 a month. So you'll get free cash withdrawals up to 1,050 Singapore dollars a month, and then you will have unlimited FX currency conversions per month. Not only that, you also get 1% metal cashback for any retail purchases. Similarly, you also get your lounge key airport lounge access if you are interested in going to the airport lounge and you are a frequent traveler, as well as the smart delay, right, the benefit I mentioned earlier for flight delays. So to sum it up, the premium plans and the metal plans are good for people who are frequent travelers and maybe they have huge business transactions that they need to transact every month and they maybe want to save on some foreign currency fees, then they can consider this subscription. Otherwise, if you are just a low spender or your foreign currency transactions are not a lot, I don't think you need to pay for it. I think the free version is really good enough for the common folks like me. And if you haven't got your Revolut card yet, then you can use my referral link because the referral will get $60. That's me. But after that, you can use your own referral link to go and refer your friends, right, to get $60 per referral. So the condition is that you need to order a physical Revolut card and top up to that account and make 3 separate transactions of retail purchases, whether online or physical. Normal exclusions apply, such as your bill payments, your bank transfers, your wire transfers, any other kind of gift cards or prepaid wallets, right? Those are not eligible. Common sense, yeah? But I need to let you know that Revolut is not my preferred choice if I want to do like foreign currency card transactions when I'm overseas, because I do have my own strategy of doing foreign currency transactions in this video over here, which you can go and take a look at it and see what is my real strategy. With that, thank you for watching. My name is Christopher. This is Honey Money SG, steering young adults to financial independence.